are storing these courses on a remote server, right? By posting this to that server. Let's look at the code now again. So a couple of things that we could improve. One of the things is that this URL here, this URL, maybe that should be like a constant and then stored in a single place that I can change easily, right? So what I'll do is that it could be just a constant up here, constant API URL. It could be like that, right? And it's just right here. I could just say, API URL. So that would work. It would put it in a single place. And we can always see if it's was added. Whatever, 1, 2, 3. So it's working. But a better solution would be that, I mean, this API URL could be used in multiple places, right? It could be used by the course editor as well, by the course manager. So there should be a single place where I can have all my constants. Yes. So to do that, I'm going to create a directory that has everything that is common to everybody. Common. If it doesn't fit in like in a service or a component or a container, this is kind of going to be like my common area. Everything that I put here is for everybody, right? Like for instance, I might put here utilities. I might put constants. So let's create a constants JavaScript here, and then grab that API. Oops. Right, declare it over here, and then we will need to export it. We need to export it. Export. But one way to would be is that you can just say export default. Export default API. So that in here I can import it. I can say import API URL from constants, right? And this still works. This still works. Yes, still works. But chances are is that I'm going to have lots of constants, right? Many constants. So a better solution is to instead of exporting this by default, if I have many constants, maybe I have constants, constant, default class size. By default, there's 50 seats available. Okay, so I'm going to have lots and lots of constants. So instead of default, you can only export one single default anything, right? It'll be the only thing that is exported explicitly. If you want to be able to export a whole bunch of things, you can instead not use this, right, and just export like that. Export every single constant that you have in here. Now, here, you have to specify what you're getting now in constants is one big object that has many things that are being exported in there. So you need to deconstruct that big object and extract what you need, all the pieces that you need. So you can use the deconstructor syntax that says, yes, I know constants is a whole big object, right? But it's exporting a whole bunch of things in there, right? I'm going to deconstruct all the properties of that object, and I want to extract the API. So now this works. You can just only grab the things that you want, right? Just the API. You can also grab the default class size. You don't need to grab everything. You can just grab only the things that you need, right? And this still works. Okay, so it's working. Everybody good?